You're learning how to write IELTS essays on the topic of government and society, including key vocabulary, overview and importance, common arguments and debates, examples from current events, and you will be reading a model answer. Let's start with vocabulary.
1. Cultural homogenization, the tendency for cultures to become more alike due to globalization. 2. Economic integration, the unification of economic policies between different states through the elimination of tariff and non-tariff restrictions on the free flow of goods, services, and factors of production between each other. 3. Emerging markets, countries that are in the process of rapid growth and industrialization. 4. Global governance, the political interaction of transnational actors aimed at solving problems that affect more than one state or region when there is no power of enforcing compliance. 5. Multinational corporation, MNC, a company that has facilities and other assets in at least one country other than its home country. 6. Outsourcing, obtaining goods or services from an outside or foreign supplier, especially in place of an internal source. 7. Protectionism, the theory or practice of shielding a country's domestic industries from foreign competition by taxing imports. 8. Sustainability, the ability to be maintained at a certain rate or level, in globalization, often referring to economic practices that do not harm the environment. 9. Trade liberalization, the removal or reduction of restrictions or barriers on the free exchange of goods between nations. 10. Transnational, extending or operating across national boundaries.
Overview and importance.
Globalization refers to the process of increased interconnectedness and integration of economies, cultures, and governance worldwide. This phenomenon has accelerated over the past few decades due to advancements in transportation and communication technologies. Globalization has profound impacts on trade, employment, cultural exchange, and environmental sustainability, making it a pivotal area of study for anyone looking to understand modern social, economic, and political dynamics.
Common arguments and debates.
The debate over globalization typically centers on its economic benefits versus its social costs. Proponents argue that globalization leads to increased economic growth, better jobs, and lower prices for goods and services. Critics counter that this process can lead to job losses in industries that move to cheaper markets, wage stagnation, and increased inequality. Cultural discussions often focus on the benefits of increased cultural exchange versus the risks of cultural homogenization. Recent trade agreements and disputes, such as the United States-Mexico-Canada Agreement, USMCA, or the US-China trade war, exemplify the complexities of globalized economies. The rise of nationalist movements in several countries and debates over immigration policies also reflect the social and political tensions exacerbated by globalization. Globalization affects the world's economies in a very positive way. Its detractors say it also has negative effects. Discuss the advantages and disadvantages and give your own opinion about it. International integration has significantly influenced the global economy, acting as a catalyst for both positive and negative outcomes. This essay discusses the merits and drawbacks of this phenomenon and explains my belief that the advantages outweigh the disadvantages. The benefits of globalization are substantial, particularly in terms of economic growth. Firstly, international integration allows for the expansion of markets and the free flow of capital, which can lead to increased financial opportunities and prosperity. For instance, countries like China and India have seen their economies expand rapidly as they have integrated into the global market. Moreover, globalization fosters social exchange and mutual understanding among diverse populations. This cultural integration not only enhances social cohesion, but also promotes the sharing of ideas, which can drive innovation and progress. Most importantly, this reduces the chance of wars between nations. However, international integration also causes some issues. The most significant issue is that it makes countries dependent on one another. This becomes a problem when harmony cannot be maintained. For instance, the current war between Russia and Ukraine is causing major disruptions to global supply chains due to the valuable access to resources that is occurring during this conflict. Another downside is that it often leads to the exacerbation of income inequality, both within and across nations. Globalization tends to benefit capital owners and highly skilled workers, while low-skilled workers may find themselves increasingly marginalized. In conclusion, I believe there are merits and drawbacks to international integration. Overall, the benefits of economic growth and cultural integration outweigh the risks of interdependence and inequality. Therefore, nations should strive towards integration and use diplomacy to reduce any potential tensions.
For more essay topics, see the link in the description or comments for this video.